$14,000. That's what I spent preparing for a world where the internet and global trade stop working. It didn't make me safer. It made me worse with money, and it took me 8 months to understand why. It started the way these things usually start, with a story I told myself about being responsible instead of anxious. A supply chain scare, a few unsettling headlines, and I decided the smart move was to hold assets that would still mean something if the systems around us failed. So I bought gold coins. I put a deposit on a plot of rural land. I filled a closet with dried food and water filtration equipment. I pulled cash out of my brokerage account and put it in a fireproof safe. Every purchase felt like preparation. None of it felt like what it actually was. Everything here is for educational purposes, not financial advice. For decisions about your money, please speak with a qualified professional. Here's what that preparation actually cost. The gold coins, $6,200, sat in a safety deposit box earning nothing. No dividends, no compounding, just a storage fee of $180 a year to hold an asset that tracked inflation at best. The land deposit, $4,000, was non-refundable and the property was never developed. If that same $4,000 had gone into a basic index fund the year I made the deposit, it would have grown by roughly half again its value by the time I sold the gold. Meanwhile, my friend Daniel, who I used to think was underprepared, kept an $18,000 emergency fund in an ordinary savings account and left his retirement accounts alone. When his company had layoffs, he covered 4 months of expenses without touching a single investment. He wasn't ready for the end of the world. He was ready for the version of disruption that actually happens. The pattern I was running has a name. Financial therapists call it Money Vigilance, one of 4 money scripts identified by researchers Klontz and Britt. It shows up as hypervigilance about money, a need to control every variable, and a quiet belief that disaster is always close. It often traces back to real financial fear, sometimes from childhood, sometimes from a specific loss. The apocalypse framing wasn't really about gold or land. It was a way to make an old anxiety feel productive. Psychologists call the underlying mechanism the illusion of control, the tendency to overvalue actions that feel like control even when they don't reduce actual risk. Buying gold for a collapse that may never come gives the feeling of control. It does very little for the version of risk you're actually exposed to, which is a lost job, a medical bill, a slow month. Here's what I'd do differently, and what I'd tell you to check before you make a similar move. First, redirect the money into a real emergency fund sized to actual disruption. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a liquid account, not a safe. That number is calculable. Apocalypse prep is not. Second, separate the anxiety from the asset allocation. If you notice a purchase is being justified by fear of collapse, name the fear directly instead of buying your way around it. The 30-Day Money Reset Workbook has a full exercise for identifying which of the 4 money scripts is driving a specific decision. Check the description below, and it's built around exactly this kind of pattern. Third, if the peace of mind genuinely matters to you, cap it. 5% of a portfolio in something tangible is a preference. 40% is a symptom. I still have some of the gold. Not because it protects me from collapse, but because I decided, on purpose, with a number attached, that a small allocation was worth the peace of mind. The land deposit is gone, and I've made my peace with what it taught me. The $18,000 that used to be locked in a safe is now sitting in an emergency fund and a set of retirement accounts, doing what money is supposed to do, which is grow while I'm not looking at it. If you want to find out which money script is driving your own financial decisions before it costs you $4,000 on a plot of land, that's what the workbook walks you through at fluentinfortuneofficial.com/workbook.